Guten Tag, everybody. It is your boy, Potted Plant Entertainment. We are back. I've done a lot of Indiana Jones lately, but I finished that, so we're moving on. We're doing other stuff. Now, this is a solo review for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I didn't want to put this one in one of my mashup reviews. I wanted to give this one a solo review. There's a couple movies that I want to go back and I want to re-review and give more depth to. If I find the time to do that, I will. But I got a lot more content coming. The content's just going to keep on rolling. And today we're talking about what is probably going to end up being my favorite movie of the year. When I do my top 10 movies of 2023, most likely this will be number 1. Because Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is one of the greatest movies I have ever seen in my life. I actually thought this was just as good, if not better, than Top Gun Maverick. I'm not exaggerating. I can't believe how much I love this movie. I went into it expecting it to be on like the same nation as like Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation. I was wrong. It topped Fallout. They topped Fallout. They did it. This is like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Terminator 2, The Matrix type level filmmaking. I'm shocked at how good this movie is. I've already gone to see it twice. By the way, if you have not gone to see this movie yet, you need to go see it because it is underperforming at the box office and it doesn't deserve to. This movie deserves to make money. We need to tell Hollywood, this is the type of movie that we want. We want real, authentic, original filmmaking. That's what this is. That's what I want more of. And you communicate to Hollywood what you want through your wallet. Stop paying to see Marvel movies. Go see this. This is better. This is real filmmaking. In Marvel movies, a lot of times they'll CGI props into their hands. Like Thor, a lot of times, isn't actually holding Mjolnir. Did you know that? It's CGI'd into his hand. He's just going like this, like I'm doing right now. He's pretending to hold something. That's how fake those movies are. Stop supporting that. That's bad filmmaking. It's bad, lazy filmmaking. Go see this. This is real filmmaking. We need more movies like this and less of Marvel. Marvel can suck an egg. This is how you make an action movie. I'm going to tell you all about why it's so great. I have a few spoilers that I'll get into after I do my after I give my rating, but we're going to go through all the non-spoiler stuff first. So, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 stars Tom Cruise, Haley Atwell, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, Vanessa Kirby, Esau Morales, Palm Clementif, Henry Czerny, Shea Wiggum, and Greg Tarzan Davis, and it was directed by Christopher McQuarrie. And in this one, Ethan Hunt is after a rogue AI that is set on destroying the world. And meanwhile, familiar and new foes are after it as well. And you can control it by taking these 2 keys that lock together. Nobody knows what it does, but when you take the 2 keys and lock them together, somehow you can control it. Everyone knows this. Everyone wants to get the 2 halves of the key. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get into my pros. So, the action and everything about it. This is top tier level action filmmaking. There's a gunfight in a sandstorm, the alley fight, the motorcycle jump, the train fight, the train crash, the foot chases, the car chases. It's so amazing. It all builds on itself. Like the train sequence really builds on itself. It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark, how the action sequences build because they keep adding more and more and more to what's going on. This train sequence does the same thing. This isn't a spoiler. You see in the trailer, he fights a guy on top of a train. There's some stuff that goes on inside the train. The train goes off the cliff, and him and Haley Atwell are inside these cars as they're going off the cliff, and they're climbing up through these cars, jumping to the next one just before that one falls off the cliff. No CGI here. This is real. They actually took a train and drove it off a cliff for the movie. Why don't we get more stuff like this anymore? This is what I want from an action movie. This is so rare now, and I hate it. Why can't we get this more often? This is how you do this. People in my theater, and me myself, we actually laughed when Tom Cruise did the motorcycle jump, but in a good way. Because when he did that, it was so shocking. It was so ridiculous, yet tangible. And we just couldn't believe what we were watching, and everybody was like nervously laughing at it. That was great. Oh man. We need more movies like this. We need more movies like this. Tom Cruise and Hayley Atwell are handcuffed during a car chase. So it's not just a car chase. They add a little element to it. It's like, oh, let's not just have another car chase. Let's handcuff them together and have their arms switched so he has to steer with the opposite arm so that it's all awkward. Like, you add little things like that and it just makes it more interesting. That's good writing. Practical effects. No CGI. CGI bad. Practical effects good. Tom Cruise I think he was 59 or 60 when they filmed this movie. He's 61 now. Dude, who is aged better than Tom Cruise? Other than maybe, Harrison Ford's in his 80s and he could probably still beat me in a fight. So, Tom Cruise is amazing. He doesn't even look his age. Like, gosh, he's incredible. And I just hope we keep getting more of that. I mean, if part 2 is the last one, I'll be satisfied. But he said he wants to keep making these movies into his 80s, just like Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones. Brother, I'm here for that. Give me more. This movie engages you from the opening sequence. The opening sequence is this, I won't spoil it, but it's this sequence with the submarine in which the AI does very bad stuff. And right from the get-go, you are hooked in this, and it's great. The MacGuffin is physical, but the enemy is not. It's an AI, so you can't see it, but it's there, and it's screwing with them. And the movie is also relevant to current events. I mean, AI is advancing faster than we can understand it. So it makes sense that we would get a movie like this now. And it also feels like a whole movie. It's not like Fast X or Across the Spider-Verse where it just sort of ends. They leave some things open-ended, but it's enough to where it still feels like a whole complete film. The characters are great. I love these characters that they build up in the Mission Impossible series. They are all so great. And I gotta tell you, Rebecca Ferguson, Hayley Atwell, and Vanessa Kirby, they are all beautiful and very nice to watch on camera. I also love Henry Czerny in this movie. He came back for this one for the first time since the original, and he crushed it. He's got some really good monologues in this movie. He's probably the best performance of the film. I also liked how Shea Wiggum is, minor spoiler, I guess, but he's actually a good guy. Like, you would think with a character like that, it would turn out to be like a villain, like a predictable villain, but no, he's actually a good guy, and he stays a good guy, and I like that about it. But it would have been such a predictable twist, so I like that he is a good guy. The characters do a good job playing other characters when they're in a mask. That's playing a character within a character, and they do a really good job at that. When the movies gets all the characters together and they talk about the plot, I was glued to the screen. Like, even conversation during this movie is riveting. They were having a conversation where they got all the good guys and bad guys together in one spot, and they're talking about this AI, and I was leaning forward in my seat. It is phenomenal. I also like the spy tech. It's great. The spy car, the little yellow car, it's pretty funny. It's pretty cool. The pacing is fantastic. This movie flies. There's a couple of conversations in the movie that maybe drag a little bit longer than they should, but this movie just keeps on moving. The music is fantastic. The only cons with it I would really have is that there's too many Dutch angles in it. And there's a couple of times in the movie where, like, the characters getting saved feels a little convenient. And Hayley Atwell plays this character named Grace, who gets sucked up into Ian's mission. Actually, she gets herself into it. And she's a thief. And she keeps screwing over Tom Cruise, but for whatever reason, Ethan still cares about her, and I don't really understand why. But that's all I'm going to say about that. I do have a few spoilers I'm going to get into. I'm going to give my rating here first. I am going to give Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 a 100. This is one of the best action movies I've ever seen. Don't walk, run to the movie theater and see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I promise you, it will be the theater experience of your life. Except maybe seeing Avatar in 3D. That's pretty awesome. But anyways, now we get into some spoilers. So, in the club scene, when they get all the characters together and they're talking about the plot, and you find out the AI was listening the whole time, and he's all around in all these screens, that was so shocking to me, and I freaking loved it. It's amazing. Rebecca Ferguson's death, I thought, was handled really well. It was very sad. Hit your boy in the feels. I like that character. R.I.P. And it also ends with Tom Cruise doing another stunt. Like, they do this whole train thing, right? It finally ends, and then he jumps out the train. And it's just like another added stunt. Like, they don't even make a big deal out of it. But he just does another stunt. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. What a great movie, man. So freaking good. A+ filmmaking. This is how you do it. Tom Cruise, I just want to say to you, you're not watching this. But I'm going to pretend like you are. You continue to inspire me every single day. Please keep making movies like this. I aspire to be a filmmaker like you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to PowerPoint Entertainment for more. Hit the like button. Leave me reviews, suggestions, and comments down below. I don't have anything else, do I? Nope, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and much love.